30 seconds to the start of the race. Greg Huey. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Brian van der Veen. Dan Renkamp.
Hey. No, you're good. I'm looking for low-C NASCAR drivers. 1, 2, 3. I have 4 drivers, I see. Yep, everybody checked in. All right, just looking for my low-C NASCAR drivers for Marshalls. Race 6 drivers. If I can get Matt, Randy, Chuck, and Brian Smith. What up, Randy? Are you Matt? Okay. Cool. I didn't recognize your face. That's okay. We've got Matt and Randy. We've got Brian on the way. Just looking for Chuck on the far side. I just saw that when you went to kick it. I was like, what the hell? Cool. He is on the way. 12 scale drivers. You were looking at Greg going on the tone. You'll have Dan going second, Nick third, Van der Veen fourth. Once again, that is Greg on the tone, Dan going second, Nick third, Van der Veen fourth. All right. Greg on the tone in less than 5. Dan, Nick, Van der Veen. Got action in the top right-hand side, giving us a 2-man group out there. Got inside line passing on the front chicane. Beautifully done. Fast early shootout. You've got Nick coming out front with their lead on the times, a 40 in the 506. Greg rocking around a 39 in the 506, half of a second off of Nick's pace. Van der Veen in the 3 spot, a 38 in the 505, 8/10 of a second off of Greg's pace. Dan rocking in the 4, a 36 in the 501, 1.4 seconds off of Van der Veen's pace. Everyone rocking and rolling. Looking like 2-2s. Inside takeout there on the top right-hand side. Good pass. You've got Nick rocking a 7.599 second fast
4
lap.
minutes left.
Greg on a 7.570. Does have the faster fast lap. Van der Veen on a 7.754. Dan on a 7.70. Greg does take the lead here now. Greg out front on a 39 in the 503. Nick a 39 in the 505. 4/10 of a second off of Nick's time. Wait a minute. Nick now going back into the lead here. Greg back to the 2. They are fighting it back and forth. Greg now 2/10 of a second off of Nick for sure. Nick is not trailing himself, I promise. Van der Veen is rocking in our 3 spot, a 38 in the 503, 2.5 seconds off of Greg. And Dan in the 4, a 38 in the 505, 9/10 of a second off of Van der Veen. Close runnings for the 1 and the 3. Greg's got a James Bond on Nick. He had him on the time by 007. Nice.
Two minutes left.
With 2 minutes to go, Greg is holding the lead, half a second above Nick's time here. You can't really say he's running away with it when it's only by half a second. They are still close on the times. You've got Vanderveen 1.4 seconds off of Nick. Still close as well. Dan rocking around. 2.5 seconds off of Vanderveen's. Caution here on my side, left side. It is all clear. Just a little turnaround. Does look like we got the marshal giving us a wall adjustment. Thank you, good sir. 4-man straight line shooting down the backstretch. They go more 2-2s as they go around, but you still got that straight line formation. Hard knock into the wall. Bounces right off. Right back into the line. It's a hard knock life. Dun, dun.
1 minute left.
Final 60 seconds. Now drivers, final 60 coming at you live. You've got Greg holding tough. Vanderveen goes into the 2 spot on this lap. Nick now on the 3. Dan rocking the 4. Greg 8:39 in the 5:06. Vanderveen 8:38 in the 5:02. Left. Another wall tap here on my side. It's all clear. Nick 8:38 in the 5:02 as well. 0.2 of a second off of Vanderveen. Dan 8:37 in the 5:0. If 2.7 seconds is running away with it, Greg is running away with the lead now.
30 seconds left.
Well, now it's 2.5 seconds. 25 seconds remain. Drivers, keep on rocking, keep on rolling until you hear your name. Coming up next is Heat 2 of this class. Looking for 12 scale stock GTP Heat 2 Race 2
left.
up next. It's the triple. Bum, ba, bow. Then one driver on the solo line. The driver on the solo line is very happy. Keep going, drivers. Don't slow down. Everyone's alive.
Dan Renkamp done.
Oh, I got Dan.
Greg Huey done.
Und
Nick
that's
Sarter
the
done.
race.
Brian Vanderveen done.
Greg for the win, 8:39 in the 5:07. Vanderveen 8:38 in the 5:02. Nick 8:38 in the 5:04. Dan 8:37 in the 5:01. Coming at y'all live now. We're looking for 12 scale stock GTP Heat 2 Race 2. I'm looking for Chris, Kyle, George, David, and Lou. Chris, Kyle, George, David, and Lou. My next 5 drivers up. Rocking 9 total for GTP tonight. Marshals, I may have Greg, Vanderveen, Nick, and Dan. Greg, Vanderveen, Nick, and Dan. You spin me right around, 12 scale right around. Hello, Brian Miles.
The Greek. Kyle Brummett. Chris Simpson.
I know what it is. Never mind. I know exactly what it is.
Okay.
You know?
1 minute to the start of the race.
Off of a,
One of those nylon screws.
nylon
right?
screws, yeah.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
Yep. Oh, it just split in half. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was a little worn out.
Lou Torres. 45 seconds to the start of the race.
You were too much for her.
I don't know. It felt like a hot dog down a hallway before the start.
David L.
I'm an asshole. It's probably a good thing I'm single.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
We need,
The other 3 drivers from your race.
Yep. All right, we got all of our drivers. We got Nick and Dan out here to marshal. Elijah's taking my spot, just waiting for Greg over here.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
If you guys want to bring them up on the straightaway there, we'll get you lined up. It's going to be Chris launching first, Kyle second, George third, David fourth, Lou fifth. So that's Chris, Kyle, George, David, and Lou. Chris, Kyle, George, David, and Lou. All right. we go. All right. Chris, you are listening for the tone in less than 5. Kyle, George, David, Lou. There we go. All right, right now our current TQ is Greg Huey on a 39.507. You're looking to top. He's their current TQ. This car is dragging a little bit.
Four minutes left.
1 down and 4 to go. Chris Simpson out on top on a 41.402.2. David 45.04.1. Kyle 39.506. Lou 38.505. And Georgia 38.506. Right now, Chris on a TQ run. David ahead of current TQ pace. Kyle, nope. Kyle right now looking at 5th place overall. Chris whipping the bright orange car down the straightaway through the mini sweeper and now into the infield in front of the driver's stand, around to the right side and back around. David right behind him right there down the back straightaway into the sweeper. Front of the driver's stand, around the right side as well. Fast laps right now. Lou, 777. Kyle, 764. George, 766. David, 749. And Chris, a 712.
Three minutes left.
2 down, 3 to go. Chris, 41.501. David, 45.07. George, 38.501. Kyle, 38.502. Lou, 37.500. Watch the sweeper. Oh, that was your leader. He's stuck. Now clear. Just caught the flapper a little bit too soon right there. Does manage to keep the lead. He's got 3.8 seconds over David. David 3.8 over George. George 1.1 over Kyle. Closest race right now is between Kyle and George for 3rd place.
Chris, 2 minutes left.
2 minutes left. Chris slotted overall 1st in the class. David 2nd. Then Greg, George, Brian, Kyle, Nick, Lou, and Dan. Watch out in the top right. Watch the top right. All clear.
One minute left.
4 down and 1 to go. Chris, 45.02 pace. David, 39.504. Kyle, 38.504. Lou, 37.500. George, 37.500.
45 seconds left.
So Chris and David moving to the top of the heap of this class right now. Kyle, George, and Lou looking at 6th, 7th, and 8th overall. Oh, no, 2nd place stuck. Watch over the bottom right,
30
guys.
seconds
Bottom
left.
right, or bottom left, sorry. That was your 2nd place driver, David. It's going to put him a few more seconds behind Chris.
15 seconds left.
Keep them rolling, keep them rolling.
Chris Simpson done. The Greek done. David L. done. Kyle Brummett done. Lou Torres done.
All right. Chris comes out on top with a 45.03.3, resets TQ. David a 38.502.5. Kyle a 38.505.8. George 37.500. Lou 37.502. Fast lap 7.123 for Chris Simpson.
Bum, bum, bum. Sticking with the 12 scale, looking for Rubber GT12 now. Rubber GT12 coming at you live, looking for Steger, George, Matt, and Dallas. Steger, George, Matt, and Dallas. Marshall's gonna get Chris, David, Kyle. Whoops, sorry. I hiccuped. Chris, David, Kyle, and Lou.
Dallas Bailey. 1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
George was in the prior race, one of our back-to-back drivers. John Steger. Matt will be sitting this round out, but he will be live for round 2 for sure. Drivers, meet me on round. It'll be Steger going on the tone here. George will go second. Dallas going third. George on the tone. John on the tone. George going second. Dallas third. Hey. John on the tone in less than 5. George. Dallas.
4 minutes left.
1 minute now with 4 to go. Getting to that straight line formation on the backstretch now. 1, 2, and 3. You've got George coming out from third lead, 8:34 in the 5:07. Stager 8:33 in the 5:03, 1.2 seconds off of his time. Dallas 8:32 in the 5:06, 3.9 seconds off of Stager. Sorry, love. 3:30 to go now, drivers. 3:30. Dun, 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 dun. Got the little group of 2 going on. I don't know who the front man is between you two.
3 minutes left.
Stager. Ah. So Stager is trailing the driver behind him by 1.5 seconds on the time. As long as George stays on his bumper, I mean, he's kind of in the clear. Really putting the pressure on him, though. My goodness. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Watch out on the bottom right, bottom right. Good eyes, guys. Good eyes. All clear. Uh-oh. We got some rubbing. This might be what Stager needs to pull away. Oh, it definitely is, for sure. The body did not want it to happen. No bueno.
2 minutes left.
You got 2 minutes to bring back 5.3 seconds. We got faith. Stager, now your leader. George's body not acting correct for him. He's got 5.2 seconds trailing the leader now. Dallas in our 3 spot. You've got Stager on 8:33 in the 5:02. George on 8:32 in the 5:01. Dallas on 8:30 in the 5:04. George has it at 5. Whoa, over the top. Oh, my goodness. 3 ropes over the top rope. He's out of the Royal Rumble.
One minute left.
Final 60 seconds, drivers. Final 60. Stager, your leader. George in the 2. Dallas 3. Coming up next is 25.5 TC Heat 1 Race 4. 25.5 TC Heat 1 Race 4. Woo! There goes Dallas and George.
45 seconds left.
Whipping it back and forth. Ka-cha. 35 seconds to go.
Thirty seconds left. $15 seconds left.
Do not slow down when you hear the tone. Keep on going till you hear your name. Dun, 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 dun.
John Stager done.
Hey.
The Greek done.
Hello. All right.
Dallas Bailey done.
Stager for the win out there, 8:33 in the 5:07. George, 8:32 in the 5:06. Dallas, 8:30 in the 5:06. Coming at you live now to average 25.5 TC. Looking for Dan, Santiago, and Kyle. Dan, Santiago, and Kyle. My next 3 drivers up. 25.5 TC, Heat 1, Race 4. Marshals, let me get Stager, George, Dallas, and a volunteer if I have him. Stager, George, Dallas, and 1 volunteer. Chica.
1 minute to the start of the race.
We have a volunteer. Awesome. Donna.
Kyle Brummett. 45 seconds to the start of the race.
Who are you? Ah, bumper cars. Santiago.
Santiago. 30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
We got all three drivers. I got two of my
Dan
marshals. I
Renkamp.
got a volunteer. We've got George. We got Dallas on Dewey. Looking for Steger on the far side, it looks like. Ba-da-ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Tight. All right, we got those two drivers meeting over there. It'll be Dan going on the turn here, Santiago going second, Kyle going third. Oh, what's going on with it? Is it good? He said he's good. Hello, John. Dan on the tone in less than 5. Santiago. Oh. Kyle. Everybody's live. Everybody's racing. Whoa. How'd you guys get grouped up so fast? Uh-oh. Triple tap on the bottom right-hand side, all clear, all lines ran. 2 wide down the back.
Four
Watch
minutes
out on the
left.
top right-hand side, now good on the back. It is all clear. You've got 1 minute down with 4 to go. Kyle coming out front with that early lead, 8:34 in the 5:05. Dan on 8:34 in the 5:06. 1/10 of a second off of the leader's pace. Not too shabby. Literally breathing on the bumper, if you will. Santiago in the 22 in the 5:07. We've got Kyle on an 8:635. Dan on an 8:776. Santiago on a 12:328. Nice.
3 minutes left.
3 minutes remain now, drivers. 3 minutes to go. You've got Kyle on 8:34 in the 5:02. Dan rocking 33 in the 5:03. Santiago on a 22 in the 5:01. We've got a bunny hop over here on my side, an inside line pass going into the front chicane. Now it's all clear. Might be seeing 3-man straight line. Just maybe here soon. Wide on the bottom left, wide on the bottom left. Good line, pink. Watch out on the bottom left. Got the rail fixed. All clear. Think it was just tape off my wall.
2 minutes left.
2 minutes remain now, drivers. 2 minutes to go. You've got Kyle, your leader, out there in the purplish pink. He's got the 34 in the 503, 8.53, 9-second fast lap. Dan on 8.33 in the 501. He's out there in the white and blue, and 8.643. Santiago in the 3 spot out there in the green and yellow at 12.328. Caution on the bottom left-hand side getting into the center. It is all clear. Final 60 seconds. You've got Kyle, your leader, 8.34 in the 506. Dan on 8.34 in the 509. 1.7 seconds off of the leader's pace here. Santiago on 8.22 in the 512. Coming up next is 25.5 TC Heat 2 Race 5.
45 seconds left.
Caution on the bottom right-hand side. Now bottom right-hand side. Our number 2 driver in trouble. Had a body tuck into the center there. It is all clear.
"30 seconds left.
30-second drivers, 30 seconds remain.
"15 seconds left.
Got a marshal out there, center field, giving the rail an adjustment. Is all clear. Keep going till you hear your name, drivers.
Santiago done.
I've got Santiago.
Kyle Brummett done.
Kyle.
Dan Renkamp done.
And Dan. Kyle for the win, 8.33 in the 5.0. Dan on a 33 in the 5.08. Santiago on a 21 in the 5.0. Coming at you live now, 25.5 TC, Heat 2, Race 5. Looking for Greg, Lou, Chris, and Steger. Greg, Lou, Chris, and Steger. Marshall's going to get Kyle, Dan, Santiago, and 1 volunteer, it looks like. Kyle, Dan, Santiago, and 1 volunteer. Hello, Van der Veen. Thank you, good sir.
1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. Greg Huey. Chris Simpson. 30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. John Steger. Lou Torres.
Hey. All right, drivers, it'll be Greg going on the tone on the back. Lou will be going second. Chris third. Steger fourth. That is Greg going on the tone here. Lou going second. Chris third. Steger fourth. All righty, Greg on the tone in less than 5. Lou, Chris, Steger. That is new TQ pace coming off the first 45 seconds. Chris Simpson out from that early lead, 8:35 in the 5:0. Steger at 35 in the 5:05. Lou at 35 in the 5:07. Greg at 34 in the 5:02. Everyone very close to the person in front of them. Got a body tuck. It looked like it cleared itself up.
4 minutes left.
4-minute mark now, drivers. You're only 1 minute in. Chris, our leader, 36 in the 5:08. Steger, 35 in the 5:06. 1-3 off of your leader. Greg, 8:34 in the 5:01. 9/10 of a second off of Steger. He is 2.3 seconds off of the leader. You've got Lou, 8:32 in the 5:03. 4.5 seconds off of Greg. Three minutes remain now, drivers.
3
minutes
left.
ago, you got nice inside line. Ooh, nice lines. Good inside line passing going on out there on the front chicane even. It's more of a straight line, 2 groups of 2 going around at this point in time. Chris rocking an 8.3 second fast lap. Steger on an 8.5. Greg on an 8.6. Lou on an 8.4. Full turnaround up on the top right-hand side. It is all clear.
Two minutes left.
2 minutes remain now, drivers. 2 minutes to go. Chris hanging tough on a 35 in the 5.0 now. Steger on a 34 in the 5.01. Greg on a 34 in the 5.04. Lou on a 33 in the 5.05. Think it cleared itself up, maybe? Oh, nope. Never mind. My bad. Oh, it's broke. Dang it. All right. I guess that time it's not the body's fault. It looked like it, though. I'll be honest. Tears. Whoa. More body drag. Oh, no. Chris is our leader, hanging tough on a 8.324, 35 in the 5.01. Steger 34 in the 5.0 on the 8.554. Greg 8.34 in the 5.03 on the 8.613.
1 minute left.
Final 60 seconds, drivers. Final 60. Coming up next is Losi NASCAR Heat 1 Race 6.
"45 seconds left. "30 seconds left.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, are you?
15 seconds left.
Keep going till you hear your name, drivers. Keep on rolling till you hear your name.
Greg Huey done.
Hello, Greg.
Chris Simpson done.
Chris.
John Stager
And
done.
Stager. Chris for the win, 835 in the 501. Stager, 834 in the 501. Greg, 834 in the 504. Low C NASCAR Heat 1, Race 6 coming at you live now. Looking for Matt, Randy, Chuck, and Brian. Matt, Randy, Chuck, and Brian. Marshals, let me have Chris, Stager, Greg, and Lou.
Brian Smith. The Unicorn. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
Yeah, see that one. That's right.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
My memory's horrible. Hang on. 25.5 TC, that could have been an MI8 and MI9. That's chat driven as well, isn't it? Only go 25.5.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
For this track, most definitely, yeah. 25.5 brushless, their stock motor, if you will.
Randy Wells.
Every day but Monday, Tuesday. We've got Onroad, every day racing. Yeah, except Monday, Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday are practice days, but we even
Matt Diebold.
We've got everybody checked in. Terre Haute? Okay. Gotcha. Just looking for Lou, and we'll be all set and ready to roll. You guys' rundown will be Matt going on the tone. Randy will be going second. Chuck going third. Brian Smith going fourth. Once again, that's Matt on the tone, Randy second, Chuck third, Brian Smith going fourth. Yeah, so if you guys want to be over there and then get some distance, I'll call your names off. Yeah. Don't say that. Matt on the tone, Randy second, Chuck third, Brian fourth. Matt on the tone in less than 5. Randy. Chuck. Brian. It's amazing. You get the full backstretch, but then you guys got real tight out there getting on the front chicane. It is an early straight line. Dun 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 dun. Nice inside lineage, double nice inside lineage. Had the power skirt. Wide on the bottom right, wide on the bottom right. Good save, good save.
Four minutes left.
1 minute down with 40 go drivers. 1 down, 40 go wide on the top right. Oh, it almost took out another car. Clear. You've got Brian, your leader, A27 in the 505. Chuck on A26 in the 502. Matt on A20 in the 50. Randy on A20 in the 506. Close racing for the 2 and the 3 spot. Full turnaround on the top. He made it. Nice. Dun, 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 dun. 3 wide. Whoa. Full turnaround. Boogity, 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 boogity.
3 minutes left.
3 minutes remain, drivers. 3 minutes to go. You got Brian, your leader. Chuck in the 2 spot. Matt 3. Randy 4. Brian A26 in the 510. Chuck A25 in the 501. Matt A22 in the 507. Randy A21 in the 502. Full turnaround on my side here. It's a clear. Ah! Into the wall on the left-hand side here. It's all... What? Hey, you got it. It was almost catastrophic.
Two minutes left.
2 minute mark now, drivers. 2 minutes remain. Chuck, our leader, 26 in the 504. Brian, A25 in the 503. Matt, A21 in the 501. Randy, A21 in the 511. Caution on the left-hand side here. Into the wall on the left. Scoop. Whoa, watch out on my side here. We got a really short left-hand turn coming at you. Into the center. It's way wider now. It's clear. Oh, one on the wall.
1 minute left.
Right in front of you, Lou. Tanks.
$45 seconds left.
3 of you. Randy said, I'm coming to join the party. There's going to be 4 of us there.
$30 seconds left.
Whoa!
15 seconds left.
15 seconds to go. Don't let him run away, Chuck. I mean, you are leading, but you know what I mean. Caution on the bottom right. Oh, bumper. Ah! One more lap, one more.
Randy Wells done.
Randy.
Matt Diebold done. Brian Smith done.
Brian and
The
Chuck.
Unicorn done.
Chuck for the win, A26 in the 511. Brian, A25 in the 508. Matt, A21 in the 508. Randy, A20 in the 505. I will see y'all at 8:08 for round number 2. 8:08. We will be back.
Nick Sarter.
Go ahead and check those heat assignments out. There's no back-to-backs for round 2. That's fun.
Randy Wells. The Unicorn. Matt Diebold. 8-7. 16-9. 8-2. 20.2. 8 flat. 17-7. 7-9. 17-1. 8-2. 14-4. Brian Smith. 8-2. 17-4. 7-6. 13-9. 7-6. 7-7. 13-8. 24.3. 7-7. 8-3. 17 flat. 7-7. 7-6. 13-3. 7-6. 8-6. 21.8. 7-8. 7-6. 16 flat. 8-1. 7-9. 14-9. 7-8. Matt Diebold. 7-7. 13-5. 7-9. 17-5. 7-7. 15-4. 7-8. 15-4. 7-9. 14-6. 8 flat. 16 flat. 12-7. 8 flat. 7-8. 14-5. 8 flat. 18-8. Santiago. 8-1. 14-2. 8-2. 21.9. 7-7. 13-7. 13-6. 8-1. 33.5. 8-1. 13-5. 9-8. 21.5. 15-9. 8 flat. 18-9. 8-8. 14-3. 17-3. 13 flat. 7-9. 13-4. 10-4. 15-3. 7-9. 16-7. 8-2. 13 flat. 10-7. 12-9. 19-1. 8-1. 8-2. 13 flat. 14 flat. Santiago. 8-6. 8-8. 14-6. 13-7. 21.1. 8-2. 14-5. 15-2. 8-6. 13-3. 8-7. 8-2. 19-9. 21.9. 8 flat. 12-5. 8-4. 39.7. 8-5. 22.2. 12-9. 8-4. 8-5. 15-4. 23.8. 8-1. 13-1. 8-3. 8-1. 14 flat. 8 flat. 7-9. 12-2. 58.9. 8-2. 13-4. 8-3. 16-7. 8-3. 14-9. 18-1. 15-1. 13-5. 13-3. 13-8. 12-2. 13-9. 12-5. 18-4. 14 flat. 55 flat. Fifteen 8. 17 3. 15 2. 13 7. 12 5. 14 flat. 12 8. 12 7. 12 6. 12 4. 12 3. 15 7. 3 5. 5 9. 13 7. The X Factor. Seventeen 8. 12 9. 30.2. 10 3. The X Factor. 43.7.
My bad. Alrighty, drivers, let's go ahead and get into round number 2. Looking for our 12 scale stock GTP Heat 1, Race 1 up first. Those first 4 drivers are Kyle, George, Dan, and Lou. Kyle, George, Dan, and Lou, our first 4 drivers up.
Kyle Brummett. 1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. Lou Torres. 15 seconds to the start of the race.
We've got all our drivers out here looking for our marshals, NASCAR drivers, race 6 guys. If I can get Chuck, Brian, Matt, and Randy. Chuck, Brian, Matt, and Randy will be all set on marshals.
The Greek.
We've got Randy.
Dan Renkamp.
Got Matt and Brian headed to my side, it looks like. We got Chuck on the far. We have all the exciting festivities for you tonight, starting with the 12th scale. Alrighty. Oh, wait, hang on, I'm not ready, my bad. Okay, now I'm ready. Oh, wait, Lou might have something going on, maybe? He said I'm good. All right, so you guys run down on the back. Will be Kyle going on the tone. George will be going second. Dan going third. And then Lou going fourth. Kyle on the tone. George second. Dan third. Lou fourth. All righty. Kyle in less than 5. George, Dan, Lou, I did not notice that. No, thank you.
4 minutes left.
1 minute down with 4 to go. 1 down, 4 to go. Oh my goodness, you are all racing for the 1 spot. From the 1 to the 4, it is 1.2 seconds. Dan, no, it's Lou. Your early leader, Lou out front, 39 in the 504. Dan, a 39 in the 505. George, a 38 in the 502. Kyle, a 38 in the 502 as well. Gotcha. Hard hit on the front, bottom right. It's all clear. Yep, rolling again. Oh my goodness, that wide line for Lou took him from the 1 spot to the 4 spot. Dan capitalizing to the lead. George in the 2, Kyle 3, Lou now 4. It is George
3 minutes
1.4
left.
seconds off of Dan. Kyle 1.5 seconds off of George. Lou 2.6 seconds off of Kyle. Double side, 2 wide into the center right into the wall. It is a whip off bottom right hand side, not bottom right. It is all clear. We're all 4 bunched up again. You got the 4 straight line.
2 minutes left.
With the 2 minute mark remaining, 2 minute remains. Under the car on the bottom right hand side now. It was under the car. You could see his chassis. Nope, got it. On the front chicane, we got a 360. We're stuck going circles on the front chicane. Watch out on the front chicane. Got a body tuck of some sort or something going on. Matt is on it.
1 minute left.
Final 60 seconds now, drivers. Final 60. Dan, our leader. Kyle to the 2. Lou 3. George 4. Lou is half of a second off of Kyle's pace. Kyle is 6.5 seconds
45
off
seconds
of
left.
Dan's pace, so it is a good distance between the 2 and 3 here. You got your marshal on the bottom right. Watch out. It's all clear.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds. Group of 2 coming through the back by me. Another group of 2. Might see the straight line by the end of it. Coming up next is 12 Scale Stock
15
GTP
seconds
Heat
left.
2 Race 2. Heat 2 Race 2 coming up next. All the way around, drivers,
Kyle
till you hear your
Brummett
name.
done.
All the way around till you hear your name. It is all clear on the top right-hand side.
The Greek done.
There's Kyle. There's George.
Dan Renkamp
Dan
done.
and Lou.
Lou Torres done.
Dan for the win. 8:38 in the 5:05. Lou 8:37 in the 5:04. Kyle 8:36 in the 5:0. George 8:36 in the 5:04. Coming at you live now, 12 Scale Stock GTP Heat 2 Race 2. Looking for Chris, Greg, Vanderveen, David, and Nick. Chris, Greg, Vanderveen, David, and Nick. My next 5 drivers up. Marshals, let me get Dan, Lou, Kyle, and George. Dan, Lou, Kyle, and George will be all set on our marshals.
Nick Sarter. Chris Simpson. One minute to the start of the race. David L. Brian Vanderveen. 45 seconds to the start of the race. Greg Huey.
Too many crashes. That's why I'm up here now. You do too many of them and they give you a button and a microphone.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
You did? Believe it or not, there's a Kirby repair store in Terre Haute on US 41.
I used to sell door to door.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
I sold one to a woman that had a dirt floor. Swear to God. Walked in, it's this little shack. It's like 8 o'clock at night. Knock on the door. Someone set up an appointment with her. Walk in there. She's got this shack and a throw rug in the middle of the floor. That's what her carpet was. She goes, cleans this carpet, I'll buy one. I said, so I did my demo. Sold it. Made $800.
Nice.
They sold them for like, well, back then it was $15.75 or something like that, and we made like,
Well, you got good commission on that.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
because I sold the all the.
Hi, my bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's only 4 of you. Where's the number 5? I miscounted. Hey, there's a Greg. Hi, Greg. Wait, what do you need 25 minutes for? Alrighty, guys, it'll be... I was gonna say, where's his car? I saw him walking out. I never saw the car. You guys have Chris going on the tone there. Greg will be going second. Vanderveen rocking third. David rocking fourth. And Nick rocking out 5. Nine GTP drivers out here tonight. Love to see it. Kyle said, I'm ready. Alrighty, Chris on the tone. In less than 5. Greg, Vanderveen, David, Nick, thank you for moving. I was slow. Brian, I needed you to call this race off. You'd be disappointed. Oh my goodness, we have a 4-man almost straight line formation. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Wall tap, bottom right, clear. You know where they're at right now? If they do it TQ is held by Chris Simpson, a 40 in the 503. At the moment, Chris Simpson is beating his own TQ, a 41 in the 50. Greg, a 39 in the 50, 2.5 seconds off of Chris. Vanderveen, a 39 in the 504, 0.6 of a second off of Greg. Nick
4
goes into the
minutes
3
left.
spot. Vanderveen to the 4. David Rockin, a 39 in the 505, 0.2 of a second off of Nick. You guys are hot and heavy out there. Turn around on the top right-hand side. It is all clear. Inside line, take on the top right. Watch the inside line on the top right. Whoo, almost let out again. 4-man. They're rocking
3
the
minutes left.
snake all the way around the train. Can you get much more on the inside than that? I think not. The pack catching up with the solo driver. Looking like we're going to see the 5-man. At the halfway mark now, drivers, you are halfway there. Chris, our leader, 41 in the 503, does set a new TQ if he holds that pace. Greg, a 39 in the 502. Nick, a 38 in the 501. Brian, a 38 in the 503. David, a 38 in the 505. Close racing going on for the whole field. Low on the top right. Turned around on the top right. All clear.
Two minutes left.
2 minutes remain now, drivers. 2 minutes to go. Chris holds the lead on the 7-1 second fast lap. Greg second, a 7-5. Nick third, a 7-6. David to the 4, a 7-4. Brian 5, a 7-4. Oh my goodness. All the way from the front chicane into the center. You can just flip him over there. That's fine. Yep. Whoo.
1 minute
Final
left.
60 seconds, drivers. Final 60. It is not the way that David planned to go into the number 3 spot, but it now reads Chris, your leader. Greg in the 2. David now 3. Nick to the 4 with Vanderveen 1/10 of a second off of his pace.
45 seconds left.
40 seconds remain. 40. And we're not at a 12 scale land quite yet. Coming up next is GT12, Rubber GT12. Coming up next, Heat 1, Race 3.
30 seconds left.
Wide on the top right, wide on the top right.
15 seconds left.
All the way around till you hear your name.
Chris Simpson done.
Hello, Chris.
Brian Vanderveen done.
Brian.
Nick Sarter done.
Nick.
David L done.
David.
Greg
and
Hugh
Greg.
done.
Chris for the win, a 40 in the 501. Greg, a 39 in the 508. David, a 38 in the 503. Vanderveen, a 37 in the 501. Nick, a 36 in the 50. Coming at you live now, Rubber GT12, Stager, George, Dallas, and Matt. Stager, George, Dallas, and Matt. Rubber GT12 drivers, race 3. Marshals, let me get Chris, Greg, David, and Vanderveen. Chris, Greg, David, and Vanderveen.
1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
Swap me.
15 seconds to the start of the race. Dallas Bailey.
I asked him if he wanted to swap me. He said yes. I said, okay, you get James tonight.
Sounds good to me. That mean you're getting a cat?
The Greek. John Steger.
Yeah, Choice's cat and a 25-year-old redhead. Careful, that mic's close.
My daughter's a 25-year-old redhead, so no. No, so that's been ruined for me. Yeah, that's been ruined for me. You know. When you have a type and then you marry your type and then she has a kid that's looks like her, you're just like, oh God. Yeah, it just ruins everything. All right, Matt out there. Matt Diebolt, you out there? No? All right, let's get them lined up on the back straightaway then. We got everybody checked in. Going to be John starting first, then George, then Dallas. All right, we got marshals and we got drivers. You are listening for the tone, John, in less than 5. George. Dallas. All right, John Steger is your current TQ with a 33.507 pace. We'll see if he can top that this race. As of right now, he is.
Four
Watch
minutes
the
left.
Entry to the infield on the left. It's clear now. Minute in, and John is on top, 34.500.2. That's a new TQ pace. He's almost on a 35. George on a 33.503. Dallas 29.505. Fast laps right now. Dallas with a 9:59. George with an 8:95, and John with an 8:55. That's right. 8.554 is what John's got. I told you it's that 59.5 tooth pinion Gary's got in there. Yeah. 60's too much. 58 or 59's not quite enough.
3 minutes left.
John now on to the 34s. He's on a 34 lap pace, a 34.502. George is actually ahead of the current TQ pace, current TQ. Current TQ is 33.507, and George is on a 33.502. So good for him. Dallas on a 35.05, so he's getting better every race here. Uh-oh, watch that. We got a car stuck on up against the wall right there. That's second place. George right there.
2 minutes left.
3 down, 2 to go. See if John keeps his TQ pace right there. He does. He's a 34.507, so he's a lap up on his current TQ still. John driving his traditional matte white finish with his blue and red stripes. George in a nice shiny, I think that's a pearl white. I don't think it's regular white. And I think there's some carbon fiber on that too. It looks nice. Corvette right there. Not sure what body exactly it is that Dallas is going around on there. It's a blue one. That's a good one.
1 minute left.
It's a nice little sky blue right there.
"45 seconds left.
45 seconds left. John's still ahead of his current pace by barely a lap.
"30 seconds left.
If he does this right, he'll get a 34
15
out of
seconds
this
left.
one. But it's going to come down to the last lap probably. It's going to be real close. Keep them going, guys.
The Greek done. Dallas Bailey done.
All right, everybody is
Staker
done. John with a 34.509.0. George a 32.501.8. Dallas 35.01. Fast laps 9:33 for Dallas, 8:95 for George, and an 8:55 for John.
Coming at you live now, 25.5 TC Heat 1, Race 4. We're looking for Dan, Lou, and Santiago. Marshals, let me have Staker, George, Dallas, and 1 volunteer. Staker, George, Dallas, and 1 volunteer.
Lou Torres. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. Dan Renkamp. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, let's look for Santiago and my marshals. We got George out there on the far side. Looking for Staker, Dallas, and 1 volunteer. Missing this one? Uh-oh. In that case, let me get Stager and Dallas on my side. I only got 2 cars in this one, so George, if you're good on that side, we can have 3 marshals and 2 cars. Bet. These guys aren't gonna flip that much. He said, put your running shoes on. It'll be Dan going on the tone there. Lou rocking in the 2 spot. Rock it with 2, or can I take Stager over here? Rock it with 2 marshals, or look over. Are you sure? Okay, Dan, don't swoop Lou. All right, it'll be Dan going on the tone. Lou going second. Dan in less than 5. Lou. It's like half track in between. Acrobatic movement on the bottom right-hand side, plus 10 points. Caution on the bottom right-hand side, 4 wheels up.
4 minutes left.
1 minute down with 4 to go. It is Dan coming out from that early lead, A34 in the 5-0. You've got Lou on A32 in the 501. Dan rocking around on an 8.7 second fast lap. Lou has an 8.5.
Three minutes left.
3 minute mark now, drivers. 3 minutes remain. You've got Dan, your leader. Lou in the 2. Dan, A34 in the 5-0. Lou, A33 in the 502. TQ is held by Chris Simpson, A35 in the 501. Dan, you are 7 seconds off of that. Stay low. Wow. Hello.
2 minutes left.
2 minute mark now, drivers. 2 minutes remain. Dan running that 34 in the 50 now, 34 in the 50. Lou, A33 in the 502.
1 minute left.
Final 60 seconds now, drivers. Final 60. We have Dan 34 in the 5.0. Does seem comfortable, but could push to the 35 lap pace. And our final 50. You've got a Lou A33 in the 5.02.
45 seconds left.
Coming up next is 25.5 TC Heat 2 Race 5. 25.5 TC Heat 2 Race 5 coming up next.
30 seconds left. Fifteen seconds left.
Final laps, drivers. Final laps.
Dan Renkamp done.
Oh, never mind. That was Dan's last. Oh, this is Lou's.
Lou Torres done.
Dan on A34 in the 5.01 by the end. Lou A33 in the 5.01. 1 lap off. Coming at you live now, 25.5 TC Heat 2 Race 5. Looking for Chris, Steger, Greg, and Kyle. Chris, Steger, Greg, and Kyle. Marshals, let me get Dan, Lou, Santiago, and 1 volunteer. Dan, Lou, Santiago, and 1 volunteer.
Nah, my cards. It's first run. It's got a lot of stuff that needs done to it.
Kyle Brummett. 'Chris Simpson. 1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. Greg Huey. John Steger. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
We've got Lou and Santiago. And we got Dan. Just need 1 volunteer on my side. If 1 driver can give me a hand, we need 1 volunteer over here on my side for race 5. You're back. Dun dun. Just need 1 volunteer marshal over here on my side. You guys' rundown when we're ready will be Chris on the tones, Steger going 2nd, Greg 3rd, Kyle 4th. Any driver in the pits, we just need 1 volunteer on the left side, my side, and we're set for race number 5. Xander? Cool. Tanks. Alrighty then, Chris on the tone in less than 5. John. Greg. Kyle. Whoa, he came quick. Greg is schmovin'. Watch out on the back stretch. Trouble on the back. 3 cars on the back. Wide, wide, wide on the back. High on the back all the way down. Caution on the left side here. Low on the left side. Crossing the strike. Crossing the strike.
4 minutes left.
1 minute now with 4 to go. Drivers 1 down, 4 to go. It is Chris coming out front with their lead. 8:36 in the 5:06. Greg on a 35 in the 5:06. Steger on a 32 in the 5:07. Kyle on a 26 in the 5:02.
Three minutes left.
3 minutes remain. Now drivers 3 minutes. Chris hanging tough on an 8.2 second fast lap. Greg on an 8.4. Steger on an 8.3. Kyle on an 8.6. Chris is rocking around an 8.36 in the 5.06, which is a new TQ. Greg on a 35 in the 5.06. Steger on a 34 in the 5.07. Kyle on a 31 in the 5.07. We got a wall jump. My goodness. The 4-man, no 3-man straight line, and Pink is kind of on his own solo line. Kinda, but those two are about to make it a 3-man, and maybe even the 3 make it a 4-man. Dun 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 dun.
Two minutes left.
Oh, he gave it to him easy. Two minutes remain. Drivers 2 to go. Chris, your leader. Greg in the 2. Steger in the 3. Kyle 4. But Steger is now 0.6 of a second off of Greg's pace, closing in for the 2 spot. Three wide on the chicane.
One minute left.
Kyle and Greg, they are fun to watch. You got Chris, your leader, out there, 8.36 in the 5.07. Greg, 8.34 in the 5.02. Steger, 8.34 in the 5.02 as well. 0.3 of a second off of Greg's pace. Kyle, 8.32 in the 5.05.
45 seconds left.
Steger is trying to take a top, wide on the top left, high on the top left. My bad. Steger is trying to take Greg's number 2 spot in the final lap or something. But you've got... It looks like Greg getting back around Steger there. That looks good for him. That definitely looks good. Yeah, nice, nice. Ooh. The car purred. Went krrr.
15 seconds left.
15 seconds. Whoa! How you doing? He was looking right at you. His headlights were looking at your headlights, and he said, my car don't go backwards. All the way around, drivers, all the way around.
Chris Simpson done.
Hello, Chris.
Kyle Brummett done.
Kyle.
Greg Huey done.
Greg. Und Steger.
John Steger done.
Chris for the win, 8.35 in the 5.02. Greg, 8.34 in the 5.05. Steger, 8.34 in the 5.12. Kyle, 8.32 in the 5.01. Coming at you live now, we're looking at NASCAR drivers Chuck, Brian, Matt, and Randy. Chuck, Brian, Matt, and Randy. Marshals, let me get Chris, Greg, Steger, and Kyle. We'll be all set for marshals on the NASCAR.
The unicorn. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. Brian Smith. 15 seconds to the start of the race. Matt Diebold. Randy Wells.
I feel strongly that I could break up a fight between you two. Not. It'd be like throwing a stick at a fucking wall, dude. It ain't gonna do shit. Alrighty. As long as I'm not choking. It'll be Chuck going on the tone here for us. Brian will be going second. Matt third. Randy fourth. Chuck on the tone. Brian going second. Matt third. Randy fourth. Super tight. Alrighty. Chuck on the tone. In less than 5. Brian. Matt. Randy.
Four minutes left.
1 minute out with 4 to go, drivers. 1 down, 4 to go. Chuck coming out front with their lead, a 27 in the 501. Randy, a 27 in the 502. 3/10 of a second off of him. Brian, a 27 in the 503. 2/10 of a second off of Randy. Matt, a 27 in the 506. 1 second off of Randy. Brian going to the 2 spot. Randy to the 3. It's close racing out there. Brian going into the lead with a 10.6 second fast lap, taking it with a 10.6 right there. Chuck taking it back. Three-minute mark coming up, drivers. 3 minutes.
3 minutes left.
Brian, our leader, a 27 in the 502. Chuck, a 27 in the 503, 1/10 off. Randy, a 27 in the 508. Matt, a 27 in the 510. We're all in the 27s. Halfway there, drivers, halfway there. bottom right.
Two minutes left.
2 minutes remain. Now drivers, 2 minutes. Brian, our leader, 27 in the 502. Chuck, 1.2 seconds off of him. 27 in the 504. Randy, a 27 in the 509. Matt, a 26 in the 503. Keep on rocking, drivers. Keep on rolling. Chuck 0.6 of a second off of the leader's pace, closing the time between him and Brian.
1 minute left.
Final 60 seconds. Brian, a 27 in the 504. Chuck, a 27 in the 505. Randy, a 27 in the 508. Matt, a 26 in the 504.
45 seconds left. Thirty seconds left. Fifteen seconds left.
Caution in the center on the rail, center on the rail. Watch that turn on the right side. It's a little short.
Brian Smith done.
We've got Brian.
The Unicorn done.
Chuck.
Matt Diebold
Matt.
done. Randy Wells
And
done.
Randy. Chuck pulling the win at the end. 27 in the 506. Randy, a 27 in the 506 as well. 3/10 off of Chuck. Brian, a 26 in the 50. I believe getting stuck on the wall at the end there. Matt, a 26 in the 502. All right, drivers, we're at 9:06. I'll see y'all at 9:18. 9:18 for your main events.
Nick Sarter.
Main events have been posted, drivers.
Nick Sarter.
Oh, I'll put practice up. My bad.
Nick Sarter. (12-2). Eric Munivar. (12-1). 13 flat. Seven. 11 flat. 8 flat. 7-6. 11-4. 8-1. 10-5. 7 8. 9 9. 8 flat. 7 7. 12 8. 7 6. 11 7. 9 1. 10 3. 11 3. 9 7. 8 flat. 7 9. 10 flat. 7 7. 9 5. 7 9. 11 4. 11 5. 10 2. 10 5. 9 9. 'The X Factor. 10 4. 10 4.
'Cause it makes you
36.4. 23.4. 10 3. 20 flat. 16 3. 10 4. 9 5. 10 7. 10 2. 10 8. 10 8. 11 2. 11 6. 10 1. 9 9. 11 2. 17 8. 15 5. 9 6. 10 4. 9 1. Nolan Diebold. 24 flat. Eleven three. 16-3. 41.5. 11-7. 16-2. 10-8. 9-9. 9-4. 10-7. 10-6. 32.4. 48.4. 10-9. 9-6. 10-3. 12-5. 22.1. 10-4. 9-5. 10-1. 37.5. 30.1. 9-6. 9-9. 9-6. 10-6. 9-9. 10 flat. 9-5. 9-3. 9-6. 9-9. 25.6. 9-9. 26.1. 9-7. 'Nolan Diebold. 9-5. 11-1. 11 flat. 9-7. 9-8. 15-9. 24 flat. 10-1. 9-9. 10-3. 9-6. 'Nolan Diebold. The X Factor. $14.4. 10-3. 33.7. 9-5. 20.1. 9-7. 9-8. 48.4. 9-6. 13-4. 9-9. 10-9. 'Nolan Diebold. 11-8. 38.8.
'All right, drivers, we're at 9:26.
12-8.
Let's get into your main events. Coming at you guys live up first is 12 scale stock GTP B main. We're looking for Nick, Dan, Kyle, George, and Lou. Nick, Dan, Kyle, George, and Lou. My first 5 drivers up. Marshals, let me get those A mainers from race 5. I can get Chris, Greg, Vanderveen, and David. Chris, Greg, Vanderveen, and David will be all set and ready to rock on the Marshals.
Kyle Brummett. 'Lou Torres. 1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Dan Renkamp.
All right, we got all 5 drivers out here looking for my 4 marshals, looking for Chris, Greg, Vanderveen, and David. My 12 scale stock GTP A mainers, Chris, Greg, Vanderveen, and David will be all set on the marshals.
The Greek.
We've got Chris and Xanda looking for Greg and Brian. What up? Sure. We just had someone run off the track and leave their transmitter down, though. He's coming back. Oh, it's... Yep.
All right, guys, we got 1, 2, 3, I see 4 cars. There we go, 5 cars. All right, let's go get them lined up on the straightaway. It's going to be Nick Sarter starting front. Starting second will be Dan. Starting third will be Kyle. Fourth will be George. And fifth will be Lou. So it's Nick, Dan, Kyle, George, and Lou. All right. We got all of our drivers. We got marshals in every corners. We're taking the top two to the A main. All right. Good. Good luck, drivers. You're listening for the tone in less than 5. All right, we are off. Oh, no. So it's Dan, Kyle, George out in front. Kyle on the back of George right there looking for a way around him. Oh, looking to the left, looking to the right, looking to swing it around there, but can't find the opening. Kyle goes to the front. There he is. Kyle in the front, George second, Dan third. Kyle going to look and see if he can break away and get away quickly. He and George both running laps almost the same, 7.6 and 7.5. Uh-oh, Kyle gets hung up, and that lets George get around.
4 minutes
So now
left.
it's George, Dan, Nick. Nick making a comeback. He started on pole, but got stuck up on the barrier early. So now he's coming right back onto the back of Dan. So it's George, Dan, Nick, Lou, and Kyle. Everybody clumping up there at the front. Top 3. All within about, 20 feet right there. Oh, man. Thought Nick was going to get something there, but managed to save it. Everybody's still on the lead lap. Uh-oh. Little contact right there. Nick gets around Dan, sets his sight for first place. Ooh.
3 minutes left.
Oh, man. Thought that was going to pull off. Did not quite get there. Nick's got a fast car, but, man, is it squirrely looking. Oh, Dan gets him on the inside coming down to the straightaway. Nice move. Now Dan on the back of Nick, or on the back of George, looking to get around him. George just content to let these two guys fight right behind him. Nick gets it stuck, and that allows Lou and Kyle to get by. So George been out top for probably a good solid minute right now. We're 3 minutes down and 2 minutes to
left.
go. Everybody's still on the same lap. Oh no, we got a car over the wall. Right now, George just in front of Dan by about 0.2. They've got 6 seconds on Lou, and Lou a lap up on Kyle and Nick. And Dan's still hounding George like he needs to get that top place to transfer. Maybe just trying to get himself a buffer, just a little bit better starting position
left.
in the A main. 4 down and 1 to go. These guys' cars have been about dead even. They both got fast laps of 7.588 and 7.533 respectively.
45 seconds left.
George now with a little breathing room. Oh no, gets into the flipper.
30 seconds left.
Right now, George 10.7 seconds up on Lou, so he's
15
still
seconds
got him
left.
by a lap. Lou looking to cut that gap down now. Oh, we got a car into the inside wall right there.
Lou Torres done. Nick Sarter done.
Ah, there we go. Dan
Renkamp
and
done.
George get
The
your
Greek
bump
done.
right there. Dan with the win, George second, Lou third, and Nick fourth, and Kyle unfortunately dropped out on lap 29. So Dan and George get them charged up for the A.
You thought I was going for him. Sure.
All right, drivers coming up now. Rubber GT12 A main. We're looking for Steger, George, Dallas, and Matt. Steger, George, Dallas, and Matt. Who are you? Nick. Sure. Give me $5. Not now, but later. Not now, but later.
Nick what? Sorry. I hate it because I know he knows my name and I just feel like a dick for that. That's the thing. Oh, he's not running this class at all. No. Yeah, he hasn't made it in at all. That's right. Yeah, my bad. In that case, will you send him over here?
1 minute to the start of the race.
He hasn't made it at all the entire way.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Oh, no, you're good. I'm not wrong on that, right? You never made it for Rubber GT12? I didn't think so.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Oh, my goodness. There it is. Got it. All right, so Marshall's instead of Nick. Let me get
15
Dan,
seconds to the start of the race.
Kyle, Lou, and 1 volunteer. Dan, Kyle, Lou, and
Dallas
1
Bailey.
volunteer.
How you doing?
How you gonna
I know. What was that all about?
I didn't see your car at all except that one time. Other than that, I was just locked in on watching you whipping around.
The Greek. John Steger.
All right, we got all 4 drivers checked in and ready to rock.
Nick Sarter.
I've got 2 of my 4 marshals looking for 1 volunteer and Lou on the far side. 1 volunteer and Lou on the far side. If I got any driver in the pit that can give us a hand, we'll need 1 volunteer on the far. We got Brian. What up, good sir? All righty then. It'll be Steger in the 1 spot, George in the 2, Dallas in the 3, Nick in the 4. That's Steger 1, George 2, Dallas 3, Nick 4. Blue, blue, white, and white. Nice. Oh, is that the lineup? White, white, blue, blue? My bad. I like it. I like it. All right, drivers, you're lined up and ready to rock. Rubber GT12A mainers on the tone in less than 5. Body tuck on rear, blue. Body tuck on rear. It's good. It's good. Go, go, go. You hate it when it undoes itself when you're sitting still. Caution on the front chicane. Full turnaround. Double bump, and he's clear. Turn around on the front chicane, wide on the front chicane. Stay wide, closer to you guys. That wasn't a body tuck. I don't know what it was, but he fixed it. It's rolling again.
Four minutes left.
1 minute down with 4 to go, 1 down, 4 to go. You got Steger, your leader out there, 8:30. No, in the 8:824. Goodness, he's running with it. Whoop! Uh-oh, 3-car pile up. Oh my goodness, over the top. That's a good movie, by the way. Hey, it is a good movie. We got 3 bunched up together, 1 white car on a solo line. Oh, Nick and Steger. Where are they at? Is it these 2? That's Nick in the blue right there. Okay, yeah. So you got Nick in the front on his own little solo line. He's the number 1 driver. Oh, what'd I say? No, it's Nick and Steger. Diggy. Your leader out there rocking on that solo line. 8813 now. 8813. Steger in the 2 spot. He's the...
3 minutes left.
Oh my goodness, he's now almost a lap down. Nick's trying to get Steger a whole lap down. Don't let him do it, John. Run. Dallas rocking in our 3 spot. He is out there in the other blue. And then you've got George in the 4. He's got white with the black stripe down the center. Woo! That was nice. Two-minute mark now, drivers.
2
2
minutes
minutes to
left.
go. You've got Nick, your leader, and 8813. Steger in the 2 spot, and 8824. Dallas in the 3 and 9131. Ooh, body tuck on the back. Body tuck on the back. Looks like it cleared itself off. It's a stupid caution when the bodies are being mean. George rocking for an 8.953. Quickums. Caution on the front chicane. Watch out getting on the front. Wide getting on the front. It's a clear.
One minute left.
Final 60 seconds now, drivers. Final 60. You've got Nick, your leader. Steger in the 2, 2.5 seconds off of him. George in the 3. Dallas in the 4. 45 to go.
45 seconds left. Thirty seconds left. Fifteen seconds left.
Wide on the front, closer to you guys in the front chicane. Clear. I think this car gets another lap, and then everyone else is on there. Ooh, wait a minute. Maybe not. Blue might get another one. It's going to be close. Nope, bring him on around.
Nick Sarter done.
Hello, Nick.
John Steger done.
John
Dallas
Dallas
Bailey done.
And
The Greek
George.
done.
Nick for the win, 832 in the 501. Steger, 832 in the 504. George, 830 in the 507. Dallas, 829 in the 504. Coming at you guys live now, 25.5 TCA Bane. Looking for Chris, Dan, Steger, Greg, Kyle, and Lou. Chris, Dan, Steger, Greg, Kyle, and Lou. Marshals, let me get Nick, George, Dallas, and one volunteer. Nick, George, Dallas, and one volunteer.
One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. Kyle Brummett. Greg Huey. Chris Simpson. 30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Dan Renkamp. John Steger. Lou Torres.
Looking for one volunteer over here on my side. Just need one volunteer on my side. We do have all 6 drivers checked in and ready to rock and roll. Just need one volunteer over here on my side. If I got any driver in the pit that can give us a hand, any able-bodied driver, just need one volunteer over here on my side. Randy? Cool, we got Randy. He's got my philosophy. He said, don't wreck on this side. I'm good to go. All right. That's what I'm saying. Do perfect. It'll be Chris rocking in our 1 spot, Dan in the 2, Stager 3, Greg 4, Kyle 5, Lou 6. Oh, that's a beautiful sight right there. All righty, drivers, you are lined up and ready to rock. On the tone, in less than 5. Nice roll. Got the train going on early. Nice swoops. Got a wall to pull. Watch that wall on the far right side. I don't think you guys will make it around time. Getting bumpy up at the front. Looks like Kyle's running away with it. 2 stuck into the wall on the left-hand side. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not Kyle. It is Chris running away with it. I missed Chris really run away with it. Oh, my goodness. Kyle's in the 2 spot. Dan 3, Lou 4, John 5, Greg 6. Chris, you sneaky car. Barreling out there on the bottom right-hand side. Looks like something held him back, possibly a body tuck, but it's all clear now. It looks like we are all rolling, all racing yet again. Tight laps going in on the left-hand side. 4-man straight line on the front chicane. Nice. Fast laps coming out early on. You got Chris on an 8.3, Kyle on an 8.6, Dan on an 8.8, Stager on an 8.5, Lou on an 8.9, Greg on an 8.4. There are no 9-second fast laps to be read out there. You guys are nice and fast. Caution on that middle right, possible body tuck. It's all clear. Turn around on the bottom right-hand side. It is all clear. Merges back in. Two
3 minutes left.
3 minutes remain now to average. 3 minutes to go. You've got Chris, your leader. Dan in the 2 spot. Kyle right behind him, I believe. Rocking in the 3. He is 9/10 of a second off. Stager right behind Kyle. Greg right behind John. Oh, my goodness. It is a 4-man race for the 2 spot. That's awesome. We got a body tuck on orange on the back left-hand side. It is a body tuck on the back left-hand side. Pull it. Go ahead and pull it. Lou's body is not wanting to work with him today. Motor.
2 minutes left.
2 minute mark now, drivers. 2 minutes remain. I don't know who else it was, but I definitely heard some more body drag. I haven't seen anyone else body tuck in this class, but fingers crossed, hopefully it don't happen. A minute 25 remain, 1:20 to go. You've got Chris, your leader, rocking that 8.3. Dan on the 8.5. Stager on the 8.5. Kyle on the 8.4. Greg on the 8.4.
One minute left.
Final 60 seconds on drivers. Final 60.
$45 seconds left.
Closest races for the 2. Stager is on the bumper of Dan here. White cars. Closest
30
races
seconds
for that
left.
2 spot. Chris has run away with it, for sure. to say it lightly. Caution in the center, wide in the center. Watch out for your marshals in the center. Hard hit in the center. All 3 clear.
15 seconds left.
They both lifted. Body tuck on the fluorescent yellow, rear left.
John Steger done.
Push it through, just push
Kyle
it through.
Brummett
One
done.
more turn, all the way down the back. Oh!
Greg Huey
It don't
done.
sound good, I'm sorry.
Chris Simpson done.
That's
Dan
almost the
Renkamp
race.
done.
There's Dan, that's the race. Chris for the win out there on the 35 and the 506. Dan a 34 and the 509. Steger a 33 and the 50. Greg giving a body tuck on the last lap on the back left-hand side, a 33 and the 506. Kyle a 32 and the 50. NASCAR A-Main coming at you live now. NASCAR A-Main coming at you live. Looking at Chuck, Randy, Brian, and Matt. Normally we don't ride around with those body tucks, but it was the last lap, dang it. Had to push it. NASCAR A-Main coming at us live now. Marshals, let me have Chris, Dan, Steger, and Greg.
One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Brian Smith. Matt Diebolt. The Unicorn. Randy Wells.
He said, I know what you mean.
I got all my NASCAR drivers checked in and ready to roll. What up, Dan? We got Dan out here. You guys line up to be Chuck in the 1, Randy 2, Brian 3, Matt 4. Looks like we got Chris heading out here and Steger. Just looking for Greg on my side. No, never mind. Lou is taking your place. Surprise. Cool. Thanks. Unless, Lou, you're more than welcome to announce. Oh, dang it. I'll get you. We've got Chuck rocking in the 1 spot, Randy 2, Brian Smith 3, and Matt 4. Starting on the far side, far side. I like it. All right, drivers lined up, ready to rock on the tone in less than 5. Nice straight line start. Wall tap. Leader drops to the 2 spot. We got a barrel roll into no man's land on the front. Ka-chow. Randy is running away with the lead. Granted to him by Chuck. Somehow he did just that. That's what happened. Caution on the bottom right-hand side. Getting that traction going on the bottom right-hand side, making it go airborne. Oh, Chuck coming back. Run, Randy, run. Chuck is putting the heat on. Uh-oh. Randy is doing everything he can to put some distance between him and Chuck, but Chuck not missing a beat. He is on his line. You've got a Randy, your leader, with Chuck trailing 0.6 of a second. Vanderveen is in our 3 spot. Matt in the 4. What? No, I didn't. Are you serious? Oh, my gosh. Sorry, Brian.
4 minutes left.
2 down, 4 to go. You got Randy, your leader, Chuck in the 2. Brian Smith in the 3, because I'm an idiot. And Matt in the 4. Oh, leader, he ran away with it. The number 2 got stuck. Oh, my goodness. I thought it was going the other way around. Run, Randy. That's at least a 1.5 to 2.5 seconds. Oh, maybe 3. Oh, this might be a 3-second lead for you. Oh, 3.5 seconds with 3:30 to go. Keep clean. Don't let him catch up. Chuck is out for blood. Brian is actually 1.4 seconds off of Chuck right now. So by the end of it, they both could close it, and it could be a 3-man race for the lead.
Three minutes left.
3-minute mark now, drivers. 3 minutes remain. Brian is closing the space in between him and Chuck. Trying to put some heat on him. I don't believe Chuck can be broke, though. He is he's pretty locked in. He is solid right now.
Two minutes left.
2 minutes remain. 2 minutes to go. A race for second has begun. It is underway. You've got Randy running away with the lead. Chuck on the defensive. Brian on the offensive, looking for a line around him. You've got Matt rocking in our 4 spot. Oh, he left it up, and he's 4 wheels up. No, 4 wheels up in the back stretch, right in the middle. Watch out on the back. Watch out on the back. Oh, under the car, under the foot. Godzilla. 1:20 now, drivers. 1:20 to go. Whoa, double tap. Pinball style. Boing, boing, boing. 1:05 remaining now. 1:05 to go.
One minute left.
Final 60 seconds now, drivers. Final 60. Double stop up here on my side. No, it's good. It's good.
$45 seconds left.
Thirty seconds
left. 15 seconds left.
All the way
Randy
around to
Wells
hear your
done.
name. I've got Randy.
Diebold
There's
done.
Matt.
Brian Smith done.
Brian. And Chuck.
The Unicorn done.
Randy for the win, 831 in the 601. Brian, 831 in the 605. Chuck, 831 in the 609. Matt, 830 in the 602. Coming at you guys live now, stock GTP A main, 12 scale stock GTP A main. Looking for Chris, Greg, Vanderveen, David, Dan, and George. Chris, Greg, Vanderveen, David, Dan, and George. Marshals, let me get Randy, Brian, Chuck, and Matt. Randy, Brian, Chuck, and Matt. What if I do steering and you do this throttle? You could pull the trigger and I could turn the wheel. I have faith.
1 minute
Boom,
to the start
boom,
of the race.
Boom. Choo-choo.
Greg Huey.
Only if I sit in his lap while we do it.
Chris Simpson. "45 seconds to the start of the race. David L. The Greek. Brian Vanderveen. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
They were pretty close. Sec.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
To their disadvantage. No bueno. One,
Dan
2, 3,
Renkamp.
4. Oh, hello, Dan. I was like, thought I counted 6 cars. Alrighty then. You guys' lineup will be Chris in the 1 spot. Greg in the 2. Vanderveen in the 3. David 4. Dan 5. George 6. That is Chris 1. Greg 2. Vanderveen 3. David 4. Dan 5. George 6. Alrighty, drivers, you ready to line up and are ready to rock? On the tone. In less than 5. Nice roll. Caution on that front. Makes it off the bounce. Nice. Another turnaround. Watch the nice inside line orange. Oh, my goodness. You guys are great on the watching in front and behind you. One minute down, 7 to go. You got Chris coming out with that early lead. A 7-2 second fast lap. Greg in the 2, David 3, George 4, Brian 5, Dan 6. David in the 3 spot is 0.6 of a second off of Greg for the 2. Vanderveen in the 5 is 0.7 of a second off of George for the 4. Dan is 0.1 of a second off of Vanderveen for the 5. Caution out on the front chicane. Watch out, get on the front chicane. It is all clear. 5:45 remains. You got Chris, your leader out there. About 4.5 seconds on the number 2. Greg is our number 2 driver. David in the 3, 1 second off of Greg. George rocking in our 4 spot. Dan in the 5, 7/10 of a second off of George. Vanderveen now rocking in the 6. Five minutes remain now, drivers. 5-minute mark. Chris on a 7.253. Greg rocking the 7.505. David 7.542. 1 second solid off of Greg. George on a 7.703. Dan on a 7.589. 1/10 of a second off of George. Vanderveen on a 7.619. 4 wheels up in the center here. 4 wheels up in the center. 2 marshals out here on the left-hand side, my side. 1 marshal. 1 marshal on my side, left side. It is all clear, all you guys.
Four minutes left.
Halfway there now, drivers. Halfway there. Chris, your leader still. David does move to the 2. Greg now 3. Dan 4. 1.5 seconds off of Greg. Brian in the 5. George 6. No full turnaround on the front. Watch the front chicane. Good eyes, guys. Good eyes.
Three minutes left.
3 minutes remain now, drivers. 3 minutes to go. Chris is our leader, hanging tough out there. 7.2. David on the 7.5. Greg now 3.5 seconds off of David on the 7.5 as well. Dan on the 7.5. George on the 7.7. Brian on the 7.6. Turn around on the left side now. Clear. Oh, it's not clear. I lie. Not move. It's locked. It's locked in the center. Not moving in the center here. My side. He's back.
Two minutes left.
2 minute mark now, drivers. 2 minutes remain. Watch out on the nowhere. Everyone's moving. Never mind. Okay. Chris, our leader. David in the 2. Greg 3. Dan 4. Vanderveen 5. George 6. Watch out on the right side center. Right side center. Split it on the right side center. All clear. Dan now 1.8 seconds off of Greg. That is the closest race we have here for the 3 spot. Dan from Greg, 1.8 seconds.
One minute left.
Final 60 seconds, drivers. Final 60. It's a final countdown.
45 seconds left.
40 seconds, drivers. 40.
30 seconds left.
30.
15 seconds left.
Low on the back, all the way down, low on the back, all the way down, low, low, low on the back, all the way down, low on the back, all the way down, stay low, stay low. I think we may have shot off a tire. Stay low all the way down the back, stay low all the way down the back. Keep low, keep low.
David L. done.
Keep
The
low,
Greek
keep
done.
low. My goodness.
Chris Simpson
Who was
done.
it?
Greg Huey done.
It was Dan. Oh. Chris for the win at the end, a 62 in the 807. David, a 60 in the 802. Greg, a 60 in the 807. Dan throwing his wheel off.
Check your nuts. Check your nuts.
A 57 in the 743. George in the 5 spot, a 56 in the 803. Of course, hopefully it was just a wheel nut that came off. Hopefully. Oh, wow, it's late. Okay. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's 10:20, my bad. If you have any last minute account balance,